Hey everybody, welcome to Caffeinated Knitting. My name is Daniela, known as Caffeinated Gert on the interwebs. You can find the podcast at www.caffeinatedknittingpodcast.blogspot.com. You can find it on iTunes if it chooses to work. Don't ask me, I don't know what the problem is. But you can also find it on YouTube now. Now you won't be able to find it under Caffeinated Knitting. It is under my actual name, Daniela Richardson. I will be linking it to YouTube from the Ravelry group, so you'll be able to follow it there and find it. And I'll also post the link on the blog. And actually the actual video will be on the blog, so you can just watch it there if you want to. I have no idea what the problem is with iTunes. I don't know, folks. I'm sorry. Anyway, how was your week? Mine was okay. It was fairly easygoing, relaxing. Haven't really done a whole lot. We did celebrate hubby's birthday. Got some ice cream cake from Baskin Robbins for him. And we're getting ready to celebrate Aiden's birthday. Which I'm sure you guys are aware of with the whole sheep thing. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and record, even though it's only Wednesday. I do have a little progress, and I did a little yarn crawling today. So, and I have a busy weekend planned, so I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to record a podcast then, so I thought I would do it today. And I was so excited about recording today, I didn't grab my stuff. So, I'll be right back. Alright, I am situated. I just cropped a whole bunch of little things out there because I've restarted like 4 times. We're just not going to put those in there. I just deleted them. So, anyway, I have everything set up now. I can discuss my startitis that I have thanks to Mandy Cat, who is Amanda of We Are Yarn. Thanks, Amanda. No, really. I kind of was appreciative of just go ahead and do it, it's okay. Because that way I'm having fun with my knitting. I'm not forcing myself just to finish things. I am trying to finish some things, but I'm rewarding myself in between by working on new and fun things. So the only thing I have finished this week is some spinning. This is some Cheviot that I spun and then Navajo plied. Cheviot I wanted to try because it was a new to me fiber, and I'm always interested in trying new fibers and yarns. This is really scratchy. I don't know. This will probably end up being like a stuffed animal or maybe a hat. Hat would be okay. Nothing that actually touches you. It's really scratchy. It's spun really nice as far as it's very grabby. So and look, it makes my color better. Why am I so? Maybe it's the shirt. I feel like I'm really orange today. I don't know. Anyway, the fiber is very grabby, so it likes to go really thin. It wants to spin really thin. And so this is a 3-ply because I Navajo plied it. And I have it's kind of a fingering sport DK. Kind of goes from fingering, like a heavy fingering, to a DK. But that's pretty awesome for me for a 3-ply. It's just scratchy. But I did Navajo ply it, so depending on what I make, it'll stripe. I'm thinking maybe like a wee mouse or something like that. Anyway, that's my thought. It was interesting to try the new fiber, so I'm glad I did. It's not really my colors, and I guess that's another. I could probably suck it up and wear it if I really like the color, but I'm not really crazy about it, so It's I can deal with this purple and this bright pink and even the orange, but it has way too much bubblegum pink in it for me. I like a hot pink, a bright pink. I don't like pale pinks very much. But anyway, it was an interesting spin. I learned something, and hey, there you go. So I'm going to put that over here. While we're talking about spinning, I dyed some fiber this week. I got my grabby little hands on 8 ounces of undyed BFL, and I've already been spinning it. Anyway, so I have 2 of these. One of them are already spinning, and this is the second one. So this is my first attempt at braiding or like crochet chaining up fiber. It didn't really go so well on the ends, but anyway. Here is the fiber I dyed. Isn't it pretty? I like it a lot. It has a lot of green in it. I did try to go heavy with the blues and greens because those are the colors I like. I didn't have very much of the reddy pink. I did use what I had. Even got a little, I got a little browny olive in here. That's alright. And it didn't go all the way through in spots. So I am going to have like white spots. That's okay. It was my little experiment, and I like how it turned out. So I have, this is 4 ounces, and then this is what's left of the first bump. I tried to, so what I did is I froze ice cubes basically all week long. I have a big freezer out in the garage, and here's the first one. I bought myself 2 ice cube trays. Did I already talk about this last week? I did. Never mind. Watch last week. So anyway, I try to place them. I place the fiber in the pan. I try to place it down the same way. And then I try to place the ice cubes the same way. So in theory, the same colors are on here as on here. Although, realistically, not all in the same spots, which is fine. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to 2-ply it, or I'm thinking about maybe, because it's spinning pretty fine, I'm thinking about Navajo plying it. I don't know. We shall see. Let's do stash enhancement next. Since that sort of was a stash enhancement I made. My friend Jill got from her mother a huge Rubbermaid tub of yarn. Now, her family does yard sales and different things a lot, and so they're forever bringing her acrylic yarn and different things, and she knits it up for charity and everything, and is awesome. And she just, takes whatever it is they find and works with it and makes something out of it for charities or whatever, because usually it's acrylic-y stuff, which is perfect for that. And she feels like that way she's passing it forward. So I told her karma is smiling upon her because her mother brought her this huge, huge tub of yarn. And Jill's thinking, well, it's going to be acrylic-y stuff again. She'll get charity knitting out of it. Well, she takes the lid off, and there is fabulous yarn in there. It must have been somebody's stash, like a knitter's stash. And she was she kept sending me pictures of, oh my God, look what else is in there. Oh my gosh, look what else is in there. So she sent a picture of this, and I'm like, oh, this pink is really pretty. And, I didn't really think anything else about it other than, the pink is pretty. Looking for my tag. So she brings me a bag of yarn on Saturday. And I'm like, what is that? She goes, the pink yarn you like. There's like 1,574 yards of a beautiful pink, hot pink. I love me some hot pink. It's Gadifra Rihanna. Discontinued. It is 50% wool, 45% acrylic, 5% viscose. It's Gadifra Rihanna. Here's the tag. It's like a sweater's worth of awesome. Thank you, Jill. So what I'm going to do with it is the very first pattern I was ever gifted after I started the podcast. It's Quill by Jared Flood. It's a square shawl. Well, I have been dying to knit that pattern, and I feel like at this point I can handle it. You know, I feel like my knitterly skills have developed, and at this point I can handle it. I don't really want to knit it as a shawl, though, because it's a square shawl, would be a big honkin' shawl, and I don't know that I would really wear it very much. It's just, I prefer like a smallish, scarfish, crescent-shaped shawl, usually, to wear. So, what I think I'm going to do, well, okay, what I know I am going to do. I have 1,500 yards of this pink, and today I did a little more East Tennessee yarn crawling and visited the yarn patch in Crossville, Tennessee, and bought 2 skeins of Barocco Remix. It's 100% recycled fibers. It has 30% nylon, 27% cotton, 24% acrylic, 10% silk, and 9% linen in it. Now, the feel of this yarn is quite different from this yarn. But the specs in this yarn pick these colors up perfectly. These are all machine washable. Well, this one's hand wash. Well, realistically, I'm not going to stick this in the machine anyway, because I don't do my knits that way. Except for socks. They're socks. Anyway, so if you remember a quill is knit. You knit a square, then you pick up stitches around it and you work out. And one of the variations is then to knit the little things around the edge with stripes. So I'm going to use the pink as my main color, and then the beige and the brown will be in those stripes. I love how they look together. Can you see the tweed in the pink? Doesn't the tweed pick up the beige and the brown perfect? It's going to be awesome. So, this is my quill bag. And you know what's even more awesome? This yarn was free to me too, because I won a gift certificate at Into the Wool to the yarn patch, and I haven't had a chance to use it. So I went to do the yarn crawly thing today. Thank you, Into the Wool. Got me my yarn. Actually, I also got some. I got this, and I bought this. And my gift certificate paid for some of, well, paid for all of this and some of this. Pretty exciting. So this will be my quill bag. I'll put it into a nicer bag when I start knitting on it. Thank you, Jill, and thank you, Into the Wool. And if you don't know what Into the Wool is, Into the Wool is a fiber retreat in Crossville, Tennessee. This year it was in May. Next year for 2015 it's going to be in September. I will be one of your hostesses with the mostesses, along with Dana of Unwind Yarn Company and Just One More Row podcast, and Wendy Silly Frew of the Just Knitted, what did I just say? Sassy Pants Knitter Sassy Pants Knitter podcast. Evidently, I can't say that 3 times fast. Well, that'll give Wendy a chuckle. Anyway, so the three of us will be putting on the Into the Wool Fiber Retreat next year, 2015, in September. It will be during Labor Day weekend. If you're interested, go join the group on Ravelry to keep up to date with all the announcements. Sign-ups won't be until the first of the year, but we're already planning. Alright, so the other yarn I got, besides the yarn to go with my blanket, is this. Is this not the most beautiful color you have ever seen? It is Jilly by Dream in Color. $440 yards. It's a single ply. And I saw it and fell in love. I just, oh, goodness. It's merino single ply, right? Superwash merino. Oh, it's superwash even. Awesome. Anyway, this is going to be something for me. Me. A while back, I bought some nylon from Daisy Knits. When I ordered my yarn from Daisy Knits back when we were doing the get ready for Into the Wool knit along stuff, she had a bit of nylon, some like just bare stuff in her shop. There are all kinds of birds in my backyard. What the crap? Huh. Anyway, sorry. I am very squirrel today. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, so this was white and I dyed it red. I'm stocking up on some things. I have this and some Stellina thingies that I bought in Dixon at the Middle Tennessee Fiber Fest. I have some 1 ounce little color bumps, like green, blue, red, purple, pink, that I got at Guild. They're just solid colors. So I'm collecting things to use to make Rolags for myself. I have a blending board that hubby got me for Christmas last year. And so I've been collecting fun tidbits. And this is nylon to put in my Rolags. And I dyed it a fun red. I used Rit dye to dye the nylon. I didn't know how the Kool-Aid or egg dye would do, and I knew Rit would work, so that's what I used. I'm sorry. The asthma is not happy with me last few days. I don't know what's blooming, but it's not making me happy. Oh. All right. Excuse me. All right. I cast on because everybody else is, and I wanted to be a cool girl like everybody else. I'm knitting the Mystic Spiral Socks. This yarn is Plymouth Neon Now. I picked this colorway when we got it at my local yarn shop because the blue and the green part, these are Aiden's school colors. So I'm hoping that this sock, I'm just knitting it as the pattern says, but I'm thinking this sock will fit Aiden. It might be a little bit big, but he's growing like there is no tomorrow. And I'm guessing his feet are almost as big as mine now. By winter, when he be wearing these will fit. I'm going to just knit them to kind of fit me. And I think that will, actually his feet might be longer. Well, not yet, but dang, he's getting close. He has a firm foundation. So, these are the Mystic Spiral Socks by Josh Ricks. likes. I can never remember how to pronounce your name, Josh. He is Sword of a Knitter on Ravelry. Let me see if I can show you a picture of the socks without showing you the pattern. Oh, there we go. Aren't those cool? Everyone's been knitting these, and now I know why. Because this pattern, Josh, is fabulous. Fabulous. So well written, done line for line. Great for dumb people like me that need it dumbed down. I hate patterns that are like, and now knit it like row 5, and then you're on row 50, and go back to row 6, and just write it out for me. Dumb it down. Josh does that. Thank you. Thank you very much, Josh. So anyway, I knit this on Sunday. I was just going to get the toes started so I would have something to knit at Sock Club this weekend, like the following Sunday. But I couldn't stop. It was so fun. It's really easy, so fun, such a clever pattern. Great way to show off some stripy yarn and not that stripy yarn is boring, but what a great way to make stripy yarn more interesting. This yarn is a bit woolly. It's one of those, like, you know, it's gonna wear forever socks. But don't you just love the color? Looks different on this side. Check this side out. Looks a little more actual stripy on this side, doesn't it? Huh. I like this side better. This side's fun too, though. Sorry. Looks a little tie-dyed on this side, doesn't it? See? Alright, I'll quit showing you the sides of my sock. I'm keeping it in my wonderful squishy bag from Knitting Den. Love this little bag. It has robots on it, which make me think of Aiden, so I try to keep the things I'm knitting for Aiden in the little robot bag. Let's see. I have my little Suburban Stitcher bag, which I love. It's a good size. Oh, it has my Viajante in it, which I have not worked on. I did not get any love this week. It's cast on, though. There you go. Let's see what we got here. I know there's something done in one of these. Oh, not that one. Well, no, I'm not going to show you that yet. I haven't cast it on. Eventually, I'll get to a good bag. If you saw my desk, you wouldn't be... Oh, here we go. I did work on my Endless Rainbow a little bit. It's starting to click a little better. It's not a hard pattern by any means, but it's not a pattern I can knit while I'm talking to people. I don't know, maybe at this point I can. I'm getting a little better at it. It makes me feel terribly clever. And here it is. My blue is Easy Like Sunday Morning from Unwind Yarn Company. And my rainbow is from Mary Gale, Spartacus Dyes, and it is Where Blue Birds Fly, which is from the Wizard of Oz series. They're both sparkly, beautiful rainbow goodness. I adore working on this. I just love it. I just see that this is going to be worn a lot. A lot. And it's not going to be a gift. This one's for me, for sure. And let's see. It is in my Good to Be Girl bag, which is one of the very first bags I ever bought. And I still love it. It has the little... So which side is it? It has the little witchy looking ladies knitting on it. I just love it. I stalked Etsy forever for a bag with that pattern. And then let's see, what do I have in here? Did I show you this? Sorry. I don't know what is in the air. I've been coughing for several days now. I'm not sure what the problem is. But I wish it would get over itself, whatever the problem is. I cast on, out of my Walla's yarn creation, I cast on, what did I cast on? Oh, the Tin House Brook shawl. It's still wee. I don't think I've worked on it anymore. It's only Wednesday. I mean, normally I would have several more days to work on stuff. And I have been spinning. Let's see. I did work on my super stripy. It's getting big. This is the second one. So here's the first one of my super stripy sleeves. And here's my second one. Look, I'm almost at the blue. How did that happen? Check them out. Is that not super awesome stripy goodness? How did I get this far? I worked on it a little bit at, no, I didn't really work on it very much. I swear it's like these knit themselves. Really. I know that's impossible, but really, it just feels like they just knit themselves. Oops, knocking stuff over. I did work on my, this blanket, because I'm trying to be a good aunt and finish it. I'm almost finished with another stripe. Now is probably not a good time to pull this out. I should have finished this stripe before I started recording, I guess. But here, let me just hold it up like this. Oh, that's backwards. How about like this? So I had sort of kind of thought I had finished this a while back, but then decided it wasn't big enough. So I'm adding more stripes to it. It's a baby blanket, and it's going to go to my new nephew in Germany. So I am trying to get this done. And I've kind of got the excitement back for it. So I'm trying to use the excitement while I can to kind of push forward and finish it. Alright, so I am dying to cast on something with that Jilly. I think it might be a I want to say Wandering Woman, and that's not right. Traveling Woman shawl for myself. I knit one of those for my aunt's couple years ago. Yeah, and I really like the pattern and quite is enjoyable knit, and I like the shawl when it was finished, and I want one for myself. So I think that Jilly is going to be a traveling woman. I am dying to cast on another yarn stretcher. I want to do one out of my monster skein, which is now all washed, and I think it's dry. It took forever to dry. Look, it's hanging right there. You see it? Right there. Doesn't show up pretty there, does it? You can't see the colors. Anyway, it's all dry. I had a big soak all the things and then hang them all out to dry outside day on Sunday. It was beautiful out. So it is ready to be knit up. So I am dying to cast that on. Maybe after I finish another stripe on the blanket, I'll reward myself and do that. Alright. I think that's it for me for this week. I will stick this over on Podcast Garden for those of you few people that it works for, and I'll stick it on YouTube for everybody else. You guys have a great week. Enjoy your knitting, your spinning, your crochet, or whatever craft you decide to do. I will see you later. Happy knitting. Bye.